Hey, it's JJ Part JJ Movie Corner here. Welcome back to Movie Wall. Gonna be going through my top 10 movies of all time. This is completely subjective and 100% opinion based. I'm not going through the genuine top 10 movies of all time in film. I'm going through my top 10 favorite movies of all time. This is probably the only time I ever do this video because my favorite movies change so often that I would be doing these videos like once every 5 months if I were to keep making these videos. So I'm just not gonna make them after this one. So like this week, I'll be doing my top 10 favorite. Next week, I'm gonna be doing my 10 least favorite movies, which will probably be a lot better of a video, to be honest. So yeah, let's get right into it, I guess. So at number 10, we've got Wes Craven's Scream from 1996. I think it's one of the best horror movies of all time. We've got a few horror movies on this list, but number 10 is definitely going to be Scream from 1996. It's fantastic. The entire cast is amazing. The story is fantastic. The twists are incredible. I just watched this movie recently in theaters back in October, and I gotta say that was probably one of the best theater experiences I've had. I've seen the movie before, but being able to see it on the big screen in 2020 was fantastic. It was great. Like I said, just everything about it. I love Wes Craven, and when I say that, I mean I've only seen Scream on Elm Street, but that's they're both fantastic horror movies, but I think Scream is better than Elm Street, personally. So yeah, I definitely put Scream number 10 on the list. Got number 9, we got another, I guess, kind of a horror adjacent, I guess. We got Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg's 1993 classic. I love it. Jurassic Park is amazing. You would think I'd have it above, or I would have Jaws above Jurassic Park. I don't have Jaws on this list. It is just Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park is Steven Spielberg's best movie of all time. Is that a controversial opinion? Probably. It probably is. I have a few of those, to be honest. But I definitely think that Jurassic Park is definitely his best movie of all time. It's also my favorite, obviously, which is why it's number 9 on this list. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I love the idea of just bringing dinosaurs back to life, and then what all could go wrong. And I guess this is kind of back-to-back entries in this list that are, the originals are so good. They're such great movies, and then they all have sequels that kind of like bog down the legacy of said movie. I know it's not quite how that works. Like, just because the sequels are bad doesn't make the first one bad. It's just like, you look at the Scream franchise or the Jurassic Park franchise and you just go, oh yeah, those. Because they just keep being made. Which is fine, I'll go keep watching them. Yeah, Jurassic Park, number 9 on this list. Number 8, which is going to be the only Marvel movie, or should the only, the only Marvel movie on this list at all, only superhero movie as well, is, don't mind me, just bring the list down. Number 8 is going to be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I love Winter Soldier so much. It is easily the best MCU movie of all time. I know that's pretty hard to say with Infinity War. But I think Winter Soldier is the best one. I love Chris Evans, Sebastian Stan. I love the character of Bucky, the character of Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson, Black Widow. Everyone in this movie is fantastic. Every part of this movie is fantastic. The elevator fight scene is one of the best fight scenes in MCU. Everything about this movie is fantastic. The twists and turns that it takes as well. It's just great. I love it. I love every bit of it. We meet Sharon Carter. We get more of Nick Fury. I get Robert Redford's character. Don't remember his name. Agent Pierce, maybe? I don't really remember, to be honest. Well, that's just because I have a very bad memory. But yeah, I just think it's a fantastic movie, and it's definitely the best superhero movie of all time. Gonna get yelled up at that one. Number seven, we've got John Carpenter's The Thing. Hi, welcome back to the horror part of the video. Already the second extreme line horror movie on this list. I love The Thing. I just recently watched it for the first time in October as well in theaters, and it was fantastic. It is amazing. I love The Thing so much. It is it's on this list. Obviously, it's one of the best horror movies of all time. It's up there with Scream. It's above Scream. It's up there. I have a lot of horror movies on this list, as you can tell. I'm a really big horror fan. So yeah, it's definitely one of the best. I love John Carpenter. I think it's his best movie. I've only seen like Halloween and The Thing. I haven't gotten a chance to see the other ones, so take that with a grain of salt. But I think The Thing is his best. I think it's one of the best movies of all time. Again, everything about it, the twists and turns that it takes, the setting is it's different. You don't see movies taking place in Antarctica anymore. Like you just don't see that. And the practical effects are amazing. They are probably the best practical effects I've seen on film. It's just great. And I wish the prequel would have been practical effects, not the CGI. We'll get to that another day, though. So yeah, The Thing comes in number 7. Number 6, we've got The Evil Dead from 1991. So Sam Raimi's first entry into the Evil Dead trilogy. I love it. The Evil Dead is horrifying in the way it's so cheap, and like it has such a cheap budget that it just looks dirty. I don't know if that's a good way to explain it. I really don't. But it just seems like a movie. It doesn't look clean. It looks like a horror movie, and that doesn't make any sense. And I'm having a terrible time trying to explain this. But it's just the way that it looks, and then the way that the story goes along, and then all the effects. It just kind of all works together. How it's so under budget, but also looks so good and has some of the best practical effects I've seen ever. It's a weird clash. I think one of the best scenes in movie history is the pencil going through the ankle, and then like the stop motion practical effects. I think that is fantastic, and like all of these stop motion effects that are in this movie are terrifyingly great. Just everything about this movie, it's great. We're about halfway into the list, and if you haven't seen any of these movies, A, what are you doing? B, go watch them. If you haven't seen these 5 movies, go watch them. Again, I don't know how you haven't, but if you haven't, go do it. So yeah, number 6 was The Evil Dead. Number 5 is going to be Mission Impossible Fallout. What a change in pace. Kind of back to the whole superhero spy type movie, I guess. I think Mission Impossible Fallout is not easily, it's the best Mission Impossible movie. It's definitely good enough to be top 5, obviously. It's in my top 5 of all time. I just think everything about this movie is fantastic. Tom Cruise is great. I love Christopher McQuarrie's movies. They're all fantastic. Or at least his 2 Mission Impossible movies are fantastic. I love Tom Cruise. He might be a strange person. I won't take that away. But he is so fun to watch on film. I love watching his movies. Just everything about watching his movies is just fun. Because he just has fun with it. He does his own stuff, which is a little stupid. But like, hey, it's what he wants to do. I'm not going to take it away from him. Are you? I mean, like, come on. Tom Cruise, he's just having fun. He's living life. having fun. I'm looking forward to 7 and 8 in this franchise. I just think it's a super fun franchise. Um, so yeah, number 5, Mission Impossible Fallout. Number 4 is back to Evil Dead. We got Evil Dead 2, which yes, I do think is better than the original. I think that's a pretty common thought process, though. Evil Dead 2 takes what's good about the Evil Dead and then just makes it so much better. Like, the addition of like all the slapstick comedy and the even darker like horror, and Bruce Campbell, he's fantastic as Ash. Like in the first one, Ash is just like a side character that just happens to be, you know. In this movie, he is the main face behind the Evil Dead now, and this movie is the reason why. If Evil Dead 2 never happened, Ash would have just been seen as some random Final Girl type character. But since he's not, since this movie happened, he's a horror icon. Ash is a horror icon because of this movie and because of its sequel. So Evil Dead 2, it's great. Like I said, it takes what was good in the Evil Dead and just makes it better. I'm trying not to ramble, which is kind of why I'm trying to like really rush through these. Try not to ramble and talk about a movie for 5 years. Trying to keep these videos kind of short so they're easier to work on. So next up, we've got at number 3, we got Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is, I believe, the most recent movie that's on this list. Yeah, it's the most recent movie on this list. I talked about it a little bit in my collection video. It is my favorite movie of 2019. It is a fantastic foreign film. I love it. I love every bit of this movie. Like I said, it's all in French, so I don't understand it personally. I obviously watch it with subtitles. But just the cinematography, the story, the characters, everything about it is just beautiful. It's a beautiful film. Everything about it is, like I said, just beautiful. It's one of the greatest movies I've seen. That's just another way of saying it's in my top 10. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to repeat myself and like say the same things about every movie. But it's just I don't know how to say it because I can't really talk about like I'm not trying to talk about the plot. I'm not trying to like. I'm trying to keep these spoiler free as much as possible. But it's great. It's fantastic. Just go watch it if you haven't. If you're into foreign films and if you haven't seen this, watch it. If you're not into foreign films and you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you've only seen Hollywood blockbusters, go watch it anyway. It's great. I used to be the same way, and I'm still the same way. So, hey, you know. Next up, we got number 2. We got Alien. We got Ridley Scott's Alien. This is the highest horror movie on this list. So we're back to the horror. Alien is my favorite horror movie of all time. It is fantastic. Ridley Scott did an amazing job on this film. It's terrifying. It's just everything about it. It's one of the first, like, not really, it's not a slasher per se, but it's the first one to kind of, I don't even want to call it a slasher. That kind of dumbs down the plot. But it's a great sci-fi horror. It's a way to put it. I'm sorry. I'm having a really hard time explaining this stuff. But like, it's just such a good sci-fi horror. The alien, the xenomorph itself is so beautiful. It is one of the best, like, horror villains, I guess you could call it, or horror creatures, whatever. It's great. Everyone in the movie is great. Sigourney Weaver, fantastic. She's even better in Aliens, but I think Alien is better than Aliens. They're both fantastic, but I think Alien's better. I love it. Everything about it is great. The chest pressure scene, spoilers, I guess. The chest pressure scene is fantastic. It's great. If you haven't Like that clip right there of just the chest scene. I don't know. Maybe I'm showing it right now. I don't really know. Maybe I am. But just that scene alone, fantastic. I love it. It's great. Everything about this movie is great. And here we are, number one, the greatest movie of all time, in my opinion, or my favorite movie of all time, I guess I should say, is Baby Driver. I said that last video. I said that in my Blu-ray collection. It's Baby Driver. It is such a good movie. It's just great. It's just driving, you know? That's a bad way to put that. It's just fun to watch. The music that goes with all the action sets and all the scenes is fantastic. Edgar Wright knows exactly what to do when it comes to music in a movie. And I don't know if I've seen another director do it just as good as he can do it. Just the way that Baby Driver takes the music, puts it with a scene, and then makes it work every time. It's just great. All of the driving scenes are fantastic. All of the stunt work is great. All the action scenes are great. The story is fantastic. The characters are great. It does have Kevin Spacey in it, so that does knock it down a little bit. But, you know, I try to look past that. Just everything about it. John Hamm. I love John Hamm. Ansel Elgort. I love him. The character Baby himself is fantastic. It's great. Everyone else in this movie, I believe Lily James, I believe it is, who plays, I want to say Deborah. She's probably wrong. I don't really know. I think it's right though. I gotta be honest. I don't remember. Bad memory. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Just all the characters are great. Just everything about this movie is fantastic. I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to tell you, is this movie is great. And I'm sure some of you guys have already seen this movie. If you haven't, go see it. Sorry for the background noise. But if you've seen this movie, you know how fantastic it is. If you haven't, go watch it. It is so good. So good. So yeah, I guess that's going to be the video for this week. Next week, like I said, I'm going to be doing my 10 or 15. We'll see how it goes. Least favorite movies of all time. Which might be a better better video to watch. I'm sorry, I keep saying movie. A better video to watch. This was just me gushing over 10 movies in a really rough way, because I'm really bad at explaining things. I'm in the wrong business for that. So yeah, we're just gonna be going through at least her next video. Next video. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then. Like button, subscribe, click that bell icon, and I'll see you guys next time.